Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are we there? Are we there? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I said, thank God it's Friday. We are here. We are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We do this thing on a Friday night. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are asking the question again from yesterday. Do they make you want to be a better person? That's what we was talking about yesterday before I swatted a fly and then everything went haywire and it went silent. I didn't even realize that I was talking for another 10 minutes without y'all being able to hear me after that happened. So we're going to try to pick up where we left off yesterday, even though I have no recording or really no reference of what I was saying after I swatted the fly and took out the sound. But we are back. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should today also, because I'm feeling like a real man should. So do they make you want to be a better person for them? Do they make you want to be a better person for them? Now, a lot of times when people hear a question like that or hear somebody say something like that, they can automatically start getting defensive. They might automatically start getting defensive, like, well, I don't want to be a better person for them. I want to be a better person for myself. But why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't make you want to be a better person for them? Think about it. Why would you want to be with somebody that doesn't make you want to do something for them? And if you are the type of person that doesn't want to do something for the person that you are with, then you probably should be by yourself habitually, continually, consistently. That's what I'm thinking. You know, wanting to be a better person for somebody doesn't necessarily mean that your nose is all the way open, that you don't have anything better to do, that you don't have anything else going on. It doesn't mean any of those things. When we talk about wanting to be a better person for somebody, that means that somebody has affected your life in such a way, they have impacted your life in such a manner that, listen, ain't no denying it. Ain't no denying it. And I go farther to say that if a person that you're dealing with or the people that you have been dealing with do not make you want to be better for them, then you probably haven't lived or experienced the relationship experience that you probably should be striving for. Now, I can't speak for you all the way. I can't speak for you personally. I can't say what you've been through, what has happened to you, and I can't tell you how to feel. I won't take credit for that, but I will say that once you get with a person that makes you want to be a better person for them, then you know what true love is. Then you know what it's like to experience a feeling of unity and a feeling of compassion for somebody and experience a difference in the way that you have been that you may not have felt before. So it's an exclusive club, but it's not a small club. You know, just because it's exclusive doesn't mean that it's small. It's sort of like the KKK. Yeah, it's exclusive, but it ain't small. They got a whole lot of people. They got charter members, and they have members who are somewhat anonymous, but they feel the same way. They get with that ideology. So wanting to be a better person for them. Yeah, I mean, it's really something to feel good about, even though for a lot of people, it may scare the shit out of them. For a lot of people, it may make them feel uneasy. For a lot of people, it may make them feel vulnerable. And you know how it is when you've been out here in these streets fighting for your life. And when I say out here in these streets, I don't even mean that in a literal sense. But we can talk about it in a literal sense. But what I mean is you've been out here fighting for your good feelings, fighting for your peace of mind, fighting for the love of your life, fighting for a way to feel comfortable, fighting for a way to be able to protect yourself, your heart, your feelings, your people, their heart, their feelings, themselves. So when you've been out here in these streets getting your emotional rumble on, putting your emotional guard up. Peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. You know, when you have been through that kind of thing, a feeling of vulnerability is something that may be actually unwelcome to you. A feeling of vulnerability might not be what you are looking for, because that may scare you to let your guard down in that way. It may, it may be something that makes you feel uneasy. But the thing about feeling vulnerable is that once it engulfs you, once it consumes you, then you know what it's like to really be in love. Now you know what everybody has been talking about. Yeah. Now you know. And hopefully if the trust is there, then now you're going to be all right. Now, many of y'all who've been out here fighting in these streets, fighting in these emotional streets, or emotionally fighting in these streets, having being caught out there, getting that nose open, and being in a position where they make you want to be a better person for them is not something that you might submit to easily. It might be something that you still might throw an elbow towards. Like, get out of here. I ain't trying. Nah, I will not be vulnerable for you. I will not be a better person for you. And you have to remember that we live in a society nowadays, especially with the social media, where everybody tells you to take them as they are. Don't be out here trying to change me. Take me as we are. Don't try to change me. Take me as we are. Change me. Take me as I am. Don't try to take me as I am. Take me as I am. Don't try to change me. Take me as I am. Don't try take me as I am. Don't try to change me. I don't know about y'all, but for me, most of the people that I know who say take me as I am or don't try to change me are the exact people that need to be changed. That should really undergo a real big change. Not everybody is good the way they are. I understand. I get it. I get what they're saying, but not everybody is good just the way they are. So being with somebody that makes you want to be a better person for them. Carol says, do not swat any flies tonight. Please and thank you. I still don't understand why swatting that fly took away the sound. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. There are no speakers. It's not connected to the mic. The biggest problem with this platform, with this YouTube platform, is that once a mistake has taken place, an audio or video mistake, you can't fix it. That's the biggest problem. You can't. That's why, man, I miss the good old days of analog. Being able to put a battery back in, push a button, turn something off and turn it back on, or hit it on the side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, analog was dope. I miss buttons, y'all. I miss buttons. Buttons were good. But we're gonna be all right tonight. You said that fly said, "I'll fix you." Well, it said it must have said it from fly heaven, because it was like. I don't know. But wanting to be a better person for them is something that I think everybody should experience. Wanting to be a better person for them. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting to be a better person for somebody else? What's wrong with having somebody come into your life that inspires you and has an impact on you so heavy that you want to pay homage to them? Like, listen, you know what? Before I met you, I thought it was okay to lie and cheat and steal. That was just the way of life for me. The way that I grew up, and it's not an excuse, but the way that I grew up, and this is just an example. When I use words like when I'm talking about some trifling shit, I ain't talking about me. personally. I'm kind of talking about myself in the third person, but check it out. You might have been the type of person that lied and cheated and stole, because some people grow up having to lie and cheat and steal. They grew up with parents that lied and cheated and stole. So when you grow up thinking that as long as you get yours, as long as everything serves you, then it's okay on some level. And there are so many parents who teach their children exactly that way. Well, then, like let's say you grew up in a big family, and y'all didn't have a lot of money. And sometimes big families that don't have a lot of money, they have to share things all the time. They have to share even when they don't want to share. And if one of them gets something that the other ones don't have, they don't always get to keep it to themselves. So your idea of possession doesn't always play itself out in a way that is a sharing way. Sometimes it plays itself out in a stealing way. Like, I know if I get something that my brothers and my sisters want, then they're going to take it, or they're going to make me share it with you. So, with them. So I'm never going to have anything private. So when they get something that I want, I take it from them. So it's all about whether you see me take it or not, or whether you left it by itself or not. So it could have came all the way down to the food. You put something in the refrigerator, don't expect it to be there hours later or the next day if somebody else opened up that refrigerator and saw it. Same thing with a cereal box. Grits, cream of wheat, oatmeal, rice, whatever. So when you get into that mentality, when you have grown up in a dog eat dog, first come, first serve. I want it, you got it, I got it now, get it from me type of environment, you might carry that into your relationships. In every relationship that you have. So let's say you treated all your friends that way. Hey, if they had something that you wanted and they turned their back for a second, no big deal. They had it to be stolen. So you took advantage of that situation. Now you take that same energy into your relationships. So you could wind up stealing from your man or your woman, lying to your man or your woman about stealing, cheating on them. Like, hey, everybody does it. Lying, cheating, stealing, all of those things are on the menu, and we serve it up. So, anybody who doesn't lie, cheat, and steal is because they didn't have to. And if you didn't have to lie, cheat, and steal, that means that you had it better than everybody else, which also means that you have enough to be lied and cheated and stolen from you because you had it good. Silver spoon type of thing. And you know how people who grew up with very little think about people who they think grew up with a whole lot. You know how a lot of them do. So when you get with somebody that makes you want to stop, hold on, let me spin the block. Let me put the brakes on that. Let me back the car up a little bit. And back the car up a little bit. When you get with somebody that shows you that you don't have to do that, or that's not really right. When you get with somebody who shows you that, listen, you don't have to lie, cheat, and steal to get what you want. You are full of gifts that you have been born with that you weren't able to display in your family life or in the way that you grew up because you were so compacted, so congested, and so you were in such a crowded environment, having to fight for your own survival, that the only way that you learned how to survive was to lie, cheat, and steal. But you ain't got to do that. You might be good in art. You might be good in math. You might be good in science. You might be good in English. You might be good creatively. You might be the type of person that not only knows how to draw people to you, but you also know how to build. You are a builder. You are more constructive, but you've learned how to lie, cheat, and steal and be destructive by default. But you ain't got to do that. So you get with somebody that shows you a better way to be yourself. You might be resistant to that. Like, well, I know that no matter how much I create, no matter how much I do or how well I do for myself, I know that could all be taken away in a blink of an eye because they are liars, cheaters, and thieves just waiting to take whatever I build up. Just like it was when you were 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 until you got out of your home. Learning to survive the way that you learn to survive. You get with somebody who shows you a better way. Why would you want to be a better person for them? They've shown you how to escape that old thinking. They've shown you without demonizing your parents, your siblings, your cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever was there fostering this ill-fated way of life. Why wouldn't you want to be a better person for them? You know, I would hope. Sometimes the wheels on this damn chair. I thought it would be cool to have roller skate wheels on this chair, and it hasn't worked out the way I thought it would. But it's on the carpet, so I guess. Anyway, let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. The Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the. Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show, we are talking about the part 2 of the part 1 of a part 2 of the part 1 of the part. Do they make you want to be a better person for them, or do they make you want to be a better person for them? Do they make you want to be a better person for them? Do they make you want to be a better person for? Make you want to be a better person for them, or do they make you want to be a better? All right, what up, Stacey White? What's going on, Carol Chamberlain? Care Bear, all up in your area, and B2B. Thanks for coming on through. You. That was my transformer. I appreciate all you. All right. Anyway. Let me see what y'all talking about. What we talking about? Carol Chamberlain says, I strive to be a better person for me, and that way I can pass that on to my children and grandchildren. Interesting. V2B says, I had plenty hand-me-downs from cousins, LOL. I always took care of it and appreciated it. That's what's up. Carol Chamberlain says, Vita, my hand-me-downs were from family too. Yeah. V2B says, that is so selfish. I call that crumb snatching. Omar, listen, people go through it. You know. All right. Vita says, yep, I feel you, Carol. V2B says, Omar, I used to say this about street hustlers and scammers. Put all that energy into sales. You can have anything you want. But the thing is, here's the thing about scammers and street hustlers and all of that. They are, until somebody opens up their mind to the possibilities of their movement, they're stuck in the hood. They're stuck in that around the way thinking. You know what I mean? No matter how successful or how much money they get, is stuck. They're stuck in that space, those 6 blocks that they control. And those are the people who are influenced by them. So even though, just like in a game of basketball, they were probably able to beat or be the best out of those 5 players on the court that they are teammates with, they still only really have them as a competition to practice with. So, like, yeah, I'm a big fish in a small pond. But that's the difference between hustlers on the block, hand-to-hand hustlers, and cats who push weight. The good thing about cats who push weight is that they have to travel. No way around it. You ain't gonna be able to work your way up to a brick on the street. You ain't gonna be able to work your way up to a key or more by just staying around the way. It doesn't work that way. So you got to go out of town. You got to go from state to state. You may have to get on a plane. You might have to, you have to see how other people do things besides the way that you do it. And that's why the cats who push weight are always a lot different than the cats that they sell weight to. The street hustlers are still out there, grabbing crumbs. They literally on their knees, trying to, just like if you threw a handful of cat food up in the air or breadcrumbs up in the air with birds, they would all of the birds are scavenging, trying to get as much as they can for that day. That's the same way it is when you on the streets selling in front of the chicken spot, in front of the store, on the corner. There's a bunch of y'all out there. None of y'all gonna get rich. And none of y'all gonna have an enriching experience. You can only sell right there on your corner. You can't go into the next neighborhood or across or on the east side, west side, south side. Not if you sell on the north side on the street. The north side is all you got. So you have to protect anybody from anywhere on any other side and from out of town from your turf right there. Plus the other hustlers, all of y'all is just trying to really maintain. They ain't making no money. They barely got gold chain money. They got Chinese store. Yeah. Get some for me and everybody, they got that kind of money. They might be making $1,000 a week. Damn near 24 hours of work. And they might be making $1,000 a week when all is said and done. When they pay their boss and cook up and re-up and all of that kind of $1,000 a week. But the guy who sells weight, he got to go out of town. He has to put his trust in some people that might be from other countries, other states. You know what I mean? He puts his life in danger, but he doesn't have to. He's not in a pack of wolves the way that the street hustler is. So the street hustler might really have that mentality of lying, cheating, and stealing, because the street hustler knows that when he goes in for the night, when he either goes to get some pussy or go in and get a couple of hours of sleep or go to court or whatever, he knows that wherever he left his stash, that shit is vulnerable. Any of his boys or anybody else who knows where he keeps his shit, they gonna go get it if they can find it. So they stuck in that dog eat dog. If I got it, I better keep it all to myself type of mentality. So I get it. I get the psychology of it. Do I accept it? No. Do I know that it goes on? Yes. And does it only happen on the corner? Nope. We got a lot of that shit going on. We got a lot of it going on. Let me see. B2B say, why was I humming this song today? What song? What song we talking about? Anyway, B2B also says, true, I agree with that. What about the ones that been to prison? What? Oh man, it gets worse in prison. Out for 5+ years, but still live like they on the inside because they swear the system got them doing dirt. Mostly to those home. Yeah, the institutionalization. One thing, like for a lot of cats, going to jail is like a lot of cats have been prepped to go straight to jail since they've been kids. What's the difference between sharing, like, if you've never had your own room and your brothers and sisters that you grew up with was a bunch of criminals, you know, they was either popping you upside your head, stealing your shit, you know what I mean? You know, it was, man, going to jail is the same as a lot of people's home lives. The only difference is with jail, you can't go outside. And at home, you could go outside. And then you went outside just to get put back on the inside of jail. But it ain't that much different. You know, now they sharing a 8x10, 6x10, whatever they call it, with a cellmate that you don't know, but that got themselves in jail probably by doing something similar to what you did, either violent crime or you know, trying to get ahead out here, or both. But it's the same shit. In jail, they steal from each other all the time. They lie to each other all the time. They gossip about each other all the time. Why you think niggas in jail always got all of these big plans for when they get out? Why you think they make all of these promises to their girls when they get out? Because in there, they scratching to survive. Literally, it's like hell in there. But it might not be that much different than when they went home. And you know, speaking of going home, you know what I'm saying? Every nigga that go to jail, you have noticed that a lot of niggas who go to jail need a place to go. They need a residence when they come home. Some of them have to go to a halfway house because they ain't. Well, you know, that has more to do with your terms of your probation and your parole, but they don't have a house to go to. Like if you grew up in the projects, you can't go back to the projects when you come home. It's not acceptable. You have to have an approved residence that's conducive to your rehabilitation, or should I say your reintroduction back into society, because rehabilitation is not what they are interested in. Vita says, yeah, Omar, it always seemed like the hustlers had the gift of gab, very much psychology. Yeah, you got to have that. I mean, you might be able to talk a lot of shit, which is a gift. It's no difference from a good salesman or a good businessman. I mean, promoting, talking that shit up. They just may not have a product that lives up to the hype. But anyway, so, you know, if we talking about the hustlers on the street, or we're talking about, you know, cats who have gone to jail and all of that, you know, that dudes in jail are looking for somebody who makes them want to be a better person. They already promising to be a better person when they come out. Now, whether they telling the truth or not, we've all seen some stories to the contrary. But they welcome being with somebody who makes them want to be a better person. I've known many dudes who went to jail, did long stretches, and they'll tell you, man, my wife held it down for me while I was down, or when I came home to her, man. You know, she the reason that I got to stay out of it, stay out of jail, and she's the reason that I'm out of jail. She's the reason I'm not going back to the streets. She's the reason I'm not reverting back to what I know how to do best, or what I thought I knew how to do best. You know, when you sell drugs, you making that fast money, that day-to-day money, you getting paid every day. It ain't easy bringing home $800. It ain't easy. Like $800, even $800 a week. It's not a bad salary, depending on where you live. But when you was getting $800 a day, and here you are looking at $800 a week, which is a pretty decent job, especially if it was just a straight 40 hours. All right, so I made $800. I'm a convicted felon. Here I am, $800 a week. I got to find a way, to pay these bills. Like I said, I was making $800 a day. So we talking about $5,600 a week. Here I am. 800, and this 800 got to pay this phone, this gas, this electric. Well, those bills don't come every week, but they come once a month. So where I was making $5,600 a week, now I'm taking home this 800. I mean, this 3,200 a month. It's quite a reduction in pay, but that $5,600 a month sent you right back to jail, making a couple of cents a day and busting your ass for the state for pennies, literally. Well, maybe your wifey or your wife, the love of your life, maybe she made you want to be a better person for her because she showed you a way. She showed you a much better way than what you had before. A much better way than you had before. So what you bitching for? One thing about niggas who have been to jail, they aren't as resistant to change. Not verbally anyway. They might be, it's not that they don't think they know everything, because if they didn't think they were so smart, they wouldn't have wound up in jail in the first place. But they know that they make mistakes, and they know that they put themselves in situations where other eyes are on them, studying them, planning against them. So they are often a lot more open to change than the regular person who might be a do-gooder. Vita says, the only person ever impacted me that way was my mother. Recovered alcoholic, received associate's degree in drug and alcohol at the age of 49. Very inspirational. That's what's up. That's what's up. But maybe one day you will meet a man or a friend or somebody that inspires you even more than that. But what we're talking about is somebody making you want to be a better person for them. See, it's hard for us to get into. Sure, we want to be a better person, but when we talk about wanting to be a better person for them, we might take the easy route out and say, well, yeah, my kids made me want to be a better person for them. Ha ha. Yeah, it's kind of the easy way. We know people who don't do that, but it's kind of the easy way. Because when you're a better person, or when you want to be a better person for your kids, there's no accountability. Like, basically, that's like saying you want to be a better person for yourself. Because you birthed the kids, you're raising the kids, so you're inspired by your own creation. But when you are able to step outside yourself, when you're able to step outside yourself and say, damn, man, this chick really is all that. And she puts me in a position where I can actually trust myself to trust somebody else. Trusting yourself to be able to trust somebody else. Once you have gotten into that situation where somebody has impacted you that way, that's different. That's different. So, yeah. So, making you want to be a better person for them. It could be your grandmother. Some people have had grandparents that made them want to be better people for them. Maybe you wanted to get something done, something great before they before they passed or before they got too old to be able to enjoy it or to really see you shine. I got friends who died before they got to see me shine. How dare you compare your week? It's real shit. You might have had grandparents or a grandparent that made you want to be a better person for them. Like before my grandmother, before my grandfather leaves this earth, I want to give back to them. I want them to see me get my shit back together. One time, well, Mariah Carey, she got this song. Mariah Carey had like a nervous breakdown somewhere around like the year 2000, something like that. She had like a nervous breakdown. She couldn't get it together. Around the time when she was starring in that movie. I think the movie was called Glitter or something like that. And basically went crazy. And Carol says Nick Cannon's fault. This is before Nick Cannon. This is before she married Nick Cannon. I don't even think they was dating or knew each other at this time. I'm saying around 1999, 2000. This is when Mariah Carey fell off. But anyway, she had this song. This is for the people who have lost somebody, your best friend, your baby, you made me. Put your hands way up high. You can never say bye. Something like that. Anyway, she's talking about her grandmother and she's saying, I'm sorry, Nana, that you passed before you got to see me back at number one. She passed before you got the chance to see me back at number one. So, like when she said that line, I said, that's interesting. Like she wanted them out of all of these millions of fans that she had and all of that. She wanted her grandmother to see that even though I fell off, even though, with all of this fame and fortune and stuff that I had, I was having these psychological issues. I was having these emotional issues. And it looked like it was going to be the end for me. I wasn't charting or making any hits at this time. But I came back, Nana, and look, I'm back in number one. I got the number one song. I got the number one album. I'm back. I made it. So you might have wanted to do something like that before your grandmother passed. You know what I'm saying? If you know that, like your somebody that you really love has seen your struggle. They've seen you take your bumps and your bruises, your punches. They've seen you get hurt. They've seen you get hurt. And you want to see you before they close their eyes for the last time, you might want them to see you get your shit back together. Because they might have been the person that was always cheering you on, always bigging you up, always promoting you, always inspiring you, always telling you, yo, you got it. You the best. You better than all of them. So you might want to be a better person for them. You know what I mean? Our ego, the ego, ugh. Ego and trust, trust and ego and trust. That shit is a motherfucker. It really, really is. Because it keeps us from, well, when you can't trust somebody, you can't really get comfortable around them. How you gonna be comfortable around somebody you don't trust? You think that they're always out to harm you in some type of way, whether physically or emotionally. Like in some kind of way, they're always on notice. You're always on notice about them. You can't get comfortable around somebody you can't trust. Vita B says, personally, I can be a better person by just self-awareness. Each day can change something, but for a relationship, I just have not had that. All I heard in the past was I am a realist. All right. Okay. Well, just because you're not there doesn't mean that you can't get there. And I hope that one day you get there. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Carol says, some people you just want them to see you shine is a great feeling to give to that person who held you in high esteem and were your biggest cheerleader. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, we're talking about wanting to be a better person for them. When you can take yourself, when you get to the point where you can take yourself out of a situation, when you can take your ego, when you can take your pride, when you can take your sense of self out of a situation, you know that you're in a different place. You're in a place that you're in uncharted waters. You're not where everybody else is. Some people get there a little too soon. The word change or be better. Well, for a lot of people, just hearing somebody say be a better you, to them that means like, what you saying? I wasn't good enough. Look at all I've done. But it's not what we're talking about. That's why this is a personal thing. When you want to be a better person for somebody else, they're not asking you to be better. You already want to be better. You watch them be great. You watch them be great. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. If you ever watch somebody be a great hellified version of themselves, whatever that is, and then for them to be as great as they are in their self, and they still accept you for who you are, and you get to thinking to yourself, well, damn, if that person can have that much going on selflessly and they still accept me for who I am, imagine how things could be if I stepped my shit up. It's like you dating somebody, and I hate to go to the material, but fuck it. It's like you dating somebody who makes six figures and you making $30,000 a year. They never judged you. They never put you in situations where you felt less than. They still always promoted you when other people came around without having to make it look fake or make it look like they was hyping you up, without having to do that. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I have. Somebody who is doing much better than you are financially, but they ain't never used their money to make you look small. They ain't never brag about what they had. They always accepted whatever you brought to the table. It was cool. They ain't never put you in situations where you would feel uncomfortable. But they still made you want to be a better person, step your shit up. You see how they moving? You know what I mean? They ain't just have the money for nothing. They bust their ass. Here you are making $30,000 a year, but you got a problem with your alarm clock. Your alarm clock goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning and you don't get up until 6:45. You steady snoozing. This person is making a good six-figure salary And they up way before their alarm clock goes up. So they getting up, getting their shit together, already preparing themselves for the day, getting organized, making sure that their shit is right. And you like, well, no wonder I'm making $30,000 a year and they making 6 figures. If that don't make you want to be a better person for that, well, like what the fuck? And they ain't getting on you like, yo, you know what I mean, why don't you get your ass up? Shit. I'm hearing this alarm go off. But they still accepted you for who you are. You ain't totally lazy, but you ain't no go-getter. Those are facts. You're not a go-getter. They are a go-getter, but they never made you feel small. You might want to be a better person for them. Watching them, it was inspirational. Like, damn, I could probably at least get up in the high 5 figures if I did some of the things that they did. What they doing ain't all that hard. They just doing what they supposed to do. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I've never used the snooze button in my life. I mean, peace to those who do it, but I don't. I don't believe in no snooze button. Snooze button. Fuck out of here. I can't get no good sleep for another 5 or 15 minutes anyway. But for those who do it, that's what they do. But you might want to be a better person for that person who is showing you the way without making you feel small or insignificant or making you feel lazy as you are, because you might be a little lazy. Care Bear says, I don't want people around me who don't inspire me to be more. I could dig that. Carol says, that's me. I'm up between 4 and 5 a.m. daily. No alarm needed. I got to make them donuts even at my age. Yo, I feel you. You know what I mean? All that snooze button. I mean, you waking up other people with that damn snooze button. I'm like, listen, you know, and they main excuse is, well, you know, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a man. They do the same thing at night when they work at night. Same thing when they in the afternoon when they work in the afternoon. Like, won't you just say I'm not a wake up person? I just need to wake up naturally. Yeah, that would be late for all your appointments. But hey, Shirley Sure, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. Thanks for coming. Comment on through. Care Bear says the snooze button is a trap. That's a trap you set for yourself, though. Oh, Care Bear says I experienced that with my ex-boyfriend. He makes crazy bank and always speaks highly of me, bragging of me being smart and level-headed. Made sure my head was held high. Carol says, what really is a morning person? Me. I swear to God, if it was up to me, every job in the world and every event would happen in the morning. There would be no night football games, nighttime TV, night nothing. I hate the night. I hate it. There would be no night clubs. There would be no night roller skating. There would be no night movies. There would be nothing. Nothing. I am a morning person. Get that shit over with during the day. I don't care how early I gotta wake up. I gotta wake up at 2, 3. Good. Am I done by 10 or 11? I want the whole day to myself. All of it. The whole shit. You just say. Everything at night is more expensive too. You ever notice that? Things that happen in the morning are less expensive. You know why? Because you pay bills in the morning. You pay bills during the day. At night, it's all recreation, and recreation costs. And the cost is always going up. VDB says, I am definitely not a morning person, but I'll be ready. I can dig it. Care Bear says, I'm a morning person for sure. And she says, I have a personal trainer who I meet with at 6 a.m. Then I shower and go to work. I can dig it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely a morning person. Fuck that. I work at night now, but that is not my desired shit. Only thing I like about, the only thing I like about working overnight is the fact that I'm home all day. I like that shit. Like, look, I'm home all day. I'm home all day. I just wish I didn't have to sleep during the day. This shit would be perfect. It would be great. But yeah. You know what I mean? Up working all night long. All of us up, a bunch of functional zombies. That's all we are. You third shift, graveyard shift working ass niggas. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of functional zombies. All y'all talking about something. No, I'm a night person anyway. I'm a night owl. I be up all night. Yeah, you be up all night voluntarily. All them niggas that work overnight shift, they be stealing naps. They be bringing in blankets and pillows and shit, escaping to the parking garage to sleep for 2 or 3 hours on the clock, finding a closet that they can lock and, you know what I mean, disappear, having people cover for them and all of that. Y'all know, I don't try to tell me. Y'all say, yeah, I'm a night owl. I'm up all night anyway. Yeah, that's cool when you at home. You up because you want to be. You up because you drinking. You up because you getting high. You up because you stressed. You up because you doing dirt. That's different. When you go to work, your ass want to sleep. Shout out to all my third shift workers. But I know y'all. You know what I mean? Oh, sleepy bastards. Want to get mad at you because they get caught sleeping. They want to get mad. Like, well, I'm saying, at night, you know how it is. You know what I mean? You get a little tired, whatever. I was up all day with the kids. I had to do this. I had to do that. My mom, I took and I had to run here in my car. I had to go get my and third shift niggas got a bunch of excuses. For fall asleep at the job. I said third shift niggas got a bunch of excuses. For fall asleep at the job. I said a third shift got them a bunch of excuses. For fall asleep at the job. You said you was a night owl. Said you be up all night. Anyway, so why did you collecting the pay when you know you slept 2 out of 3 hours of the day? Your work day. You ain't giving out 8 hours. You be lucky to get 4.5. You would sleep like a motherfucker. Had the blankets, pillow. Damn, they took a bath at work. Took a shower. What is you doing? Niggas be coming out. No, I wasn't asleep. Eyes red as fire. Then I took me a nap and you turned on my fire, baby. And your eyes was filled with flames. Well, anyway, anyway. VDB says, I work nights, 9/11 dispatcher for 4 years, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. 4 on and 5 off. 5 on and 4 off. Miserable, but my body got used to it. We be talking about our body got used to it. That's really our minds getting used to it. Our body be like, shit, nigga, that's why you ain't getting no muscle mass. Shit, that's why it's taking you so long to recover from that twisted ankle. Shit, that's why you got a hangnail that's damn near putting you in an emergency room. Talking about my body got used to it. Yeah, okay. Your body be like, check out this back pain. I know you never had it before. You gonna have it now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Carol says, I once worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. with a 6 month old and a 4-year-old, but I still didn't sleep, just kept going. Yeah, well, I mean, that's because you're responsible. You know that part. Yeah. Vita says, I had plenty of back pain. Case closed. Case dismissed. I said, 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 case closed. Case dismissed. Do you want to be a better person for Miss? Yeah. Yeah. Vita B says, post office work did that to me. Yeah, a lot of post office workers work overnight. That's when the work gets done. That's when you got to sort that mail out. Get that mail out. Carol Chamberlain says, I was a single mom then. I had no choice. I know how it be. Nonetheless, we about to get on the body here. We're talking about being a better person for them. Do they make you want to be a better person for them? They didn't ask you to be a better person. Do you want to be a better person for them? Do they make you want to be a better person for them? That is the question. That is the question. And I understand, overstand. I get it. I know what you're talking about, my man. Well, we made it to Friday, man. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. One more night. One more night. One more night. I gotta put up with this bullshit. Man, I be so happy on Saturday mornings when I get on up out of there. I just feel like running. I don't even be wanting to start the car. I be wanting to run about that bitch. Like, fuck all y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all don't owe me no more. Y'all can't make me do nothing. Pew! I said, pew! Pew! But instead, I go start up the car. You know what I mean? Damn, they be wanting to spin my wheels, screeching my tires out of the parking garage. Let me chill, son. What time do we come on Saturday and Sunday? 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. And it looks like, as opposed to last year, like we had missed Sundays because the Eagles games was at 1 o'clock. So, we was missing those. But most of the games are like four o'clock games and night games this year. We only have 3 1 o'clock games. So the Urban Therapy with Sun show will be popping at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Damn near every Sunday this year. And man, peace to the Detroit Lions last night for eking out a win over the Kansas City Chiefs. And Vita, I know you probably a Kansas City Chiefs fan, but I'm not. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. September 8th. And they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get Number one out the box. Glandanera Fredericks. Fredericks turning 45 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Crystal Being Crystal Clear Renee. Happy birthday to you. And also Ryan McIntyre turning 33 years old today. No relation. But what up, cuz? Happy birthday to you. And also DJ Quick. DJ Quick, 100% old head. Happy birthday to you. And also Angelique Faithful Savior Mankind. No, I'm sorry, Markland turning 30 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Clarence Willis turning 63 years old today. And Felicia Noble turning 37 years old today. And Crystal Gibbs turning 49 years old today. And go getter Ayana Sunshine. Happy birthday to you. And Demetra Jefferson Y. Singer turning 60 years old today. And last but not least, J. West. J. West turning 39 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every one of you out there born on this glorious September 8th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen. When you find somebody that makes you want to be a better person for them, or should I say, do they make you want to be a better person for them? One thing that we didn't talk about is when they don't make you want to be a better person for them. Almost forgot about that. When they don't make you want to be a better person for them, you may be dealing with somebody that actually makes you want to rebel against them at every turn. And then you might be looking at a toxic situation, toxic situation. They don't make you want to be a better person for them. Maybe they make you want to make me want to leave the one with. It make me want to leave the one with. They make you want to leave the one you with. Make you want to leave the one you with. Make you want to leave the one. Hopefully you're not dealing with somebody that makes you want to lie, cheat, and steal. Lie, cheat, and steal. They make you want to lie, cheat, and steal. Lie, cheat, and steal. They make you want to make it lie, cheat, and steal. Lie. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow with another Urban Therapy with Sun show, 1 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So make sure we come through. And if I don't see you tomorrow, then I hope to see you when I see you. And I hope to see you. All right, so Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. And I hope, please make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Peace, y'all.